Did we do it?
I think.
Has the button been
I
pressed?
think we've done it.
We've done it.
Maybe.
The world may know us.
We might have done it.
Mm-hmm.
The button has been located.
Yeah, it has changed.
Okay, excellent.
Now we're on the starting screen. Yeah.
Yep,
Cool,
yep,
cool.
yep.
Yes, we've done it.
We are successfully live. Hi, everybody.
Professional streamers here.
Hello.
Right. You know how before you said that this was only a little bit more scuffed than before?
No, it's entirely
surprise! It's way more scuffed.
Because Matt's the one running it, not Logan. So
It's fine. Learning curve. Everything's fine.
Learning curve.
Yeah, pushing buttons is hard, and it's fine.
No, I'm so used to Twitch, you know. This whole YouTube streaming's different.
Yeah.
That's fair. So, anyways, today we're here to do it for her, right?
Yeah, we
That's
are definitely doing it. For her.
We are here to praise Phyrexia in all of its glory, but mainly Elesh Norn and her being like wine mommy.
Sure.
Yep.
Actually, earlier today, so my significant other, she is like starting to play a little bit of Magic, and I was like, by the way, have I told you about one of the most simmed for characters in all of Magic the Gathering?
Super
And she said to me, no, what's the name? And I showed her, and she just went, oh.
Oh, hello.
I see.
I look at porcelain and I feel weird.
Anyways,
The basic game
hello,
plan.
Everybody.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Everyone doing fine today? Jake, good?
I'm doing great.
Matt, good?
I'm doing okay now, I guess.
I'm doing fine. Hello, Carbonite, Dragonite, Y2A, Gutty. Glad to see you all here.
It's so weird. I don't have chat Jason to yell at now. What am
Oh,
I gonna
that's
do?
He's in the chat. He's just dead now. Oh no, there he goes.
There he goes. So, anyways, let's get this party started. But first off, even more art.
Yes. Let's start the stream off right by showing our wonderful artistic talent. You see all of those images of Elesh Norn? All right, now draw one.
All right,
There's
who's
a
up
working
first?
memory.
All right, now here's the thing, right? Do we want to do one of the like collaborative, everybody draw like one line at a time,
No.
or like everybody, or are we like competition drawing Elesh Norn?
I'm gonna, let you and Jason draw here. Well, I just appreciate the art.
Okay,
Oh,
I can
okay.
appreciate you appreciating the art. All right. Let's move on over
That
to
could
the
be a wee
second.
bit louder.
Here, I can crank up my gain.
Mhm.
That should work.
Yep. All right. So let's move on over to the second page here, and let's just start trying. Working from memory.
Right.
How do we
You wanna
draw
just
this
do-
character?
Do you want to do like split the canvas in half, or
Sure, we'll split the canvas in half. All right. Let me.
I'm trying to draw and it's not. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because I have it set as an eraser. This is a.
There you go.
Professional.
I'm trying to figure out how to draw. It's not
Alright.
letting me draw. This application is excellent, by the way, in case anyone was concerned.
I actually really like this thing.
How do I get it to let me draw after I've got it into erase?
You just have to select a new tool.
See, like I did that?
By where the color wheel is.
Yeah. Come up with the color wheel.
Why isn't it black?
Gutty, we are currently expressing our artistic talents. And then we're probably going to brew, more than likely going to brew the new Elesh Norn in probably about 20 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm. First, we must show you art. First, there is art. Excellent. We can now do art. Well, I can.
Yeah, as I say, I just can't do anything.
You have fun over there.
It's just I am meant to suffer.
Yep.
I mean, that's always been the case, Jake, but...
Oh, Jake, it's because you're anonymous. That's what it is.
Ah.
You gotta sign in with an actual account.
See,
What?
you're stuck.
Come on, Jake. You're the one that actually knows this stuff.
False.
Let's... In the meantime, while you figure that out...
Will
look at
Lady
this.
Orca be in this deck? Unfortunately, we cannot contain the power of Lady Orca to Elesh Norn's deck.
Fortunately, they haven't made friends yet. We'll give them a little bit of time. Maybe they'll be besties, hanging out,
We can
chilling
only
with the
hope.
wine, talking about the peasants. But in the meantime...
Oh,
So is it just not let me do anything past?
Chandler, we blame you for everything. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
What
Look at
kind
that.
of work do I do? Artist.
Professional artist right here.
Definitely.
Definitely drawn with a drawing tablet right here.
Mm-hmm. You know, I probably should do that. Because this face is gonna get real red.
Oh, Y2A says a boomerang.
A boomerang? Where?
Okay, so now I'm signed in.
It has like... I should reduce the hardness on that. Well, you know, we don't erase in this house. There we go.
Okay, so I have now made an account and signed in, but it's not.
Are you on your own layer?
I am on the second screen, Untitled Drawing 2.
Yeah, but you gotta be on layer number 2.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm on layer number 2.
This is complicated. Why is this
Now you
complicated?
should be able to draw.
This layer already has an owner. I have to ask the owner to leave it or create or.
Well,
I'm
get
gonna
fucking
make
nerd.
Yeah.
I'm gonna duplicate this layer and then draw on that layer. Nope. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying so hard to draw. I just want to speed draw Elesh Norn.
What is Elesh Norn? Well, you see,
Perfection.
perfection. Yeah.
I mean, just...
Unlock drawing superpowers. No. What is that happening? Why is it trying to get me to pay for this service?
Because you're a nerd. And a simp. Like the
Here,
rest of
Jake,
us.
just create another one of the drawings and draw it there. We're
And
gonna
this is
have-
where...
It's still not letting me draw.
What the heck?
And chat, this is where we skillfully avoid drawing hands.
Just put them both behind her head.
Just so we're doing the pose.
like it still's not letting me draw.
That's not letting me draw. What the heck?
Do you guys need to go to the second page?
Oh,
I'm
do
on
you
a
have
I'm on
something?
a I'm on a new page.
Do you have something selected, Jake? Over on the right, on the left?
I have ink that I keep clicking.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is
it's
it not white?
helping.
Because, like, I selected the brush, and it let me do stuff.
Well, that would be amazing if it would let me do that, but
Well, it's okay, guys. I can carry this.
If you can't draw or you can't build the deck, nah, you know what? I like that rule.
Easy.
Easy.
So I
Oh,
have
no.
ultimate say on everything that happens with this deck. I like where this is
I
going.
want to help.
Look at that. Got fabulous cloth over here because she has that weird thing on her leg. I mean, gorgeous, beautiful thing. Absolutely fantastic.
Beautiful, absolutely
Can't-
gorgeous.
You slay that thing, queen. You know?
It won't even let me draw on.
Ooh, Y2A
Wait,
in
what?
chat
Okay.
definitely provides some interesting questions. Where is Andy's drawing of Lady Orca? I mean...
See,
Okay.
he's not a true simp. There's the problem.
That's true.
What's happening here is that it's not letting me stop erasing.
I see.
Because like I went back to the first drawing and it still will let me erase over there. But like I click on the ink tool and that has no impact on the software.
You may need to refresh.
Yeah.
This is how we skillfully don't draw hands. We figured it out, chat.
I'm gonna even close out and rejoin.
Now it'll get more questionable when we have to draw feet, but...
Oh, you don't know how to get around that?
Nope.
Or
we're drawing feet today.
What a sentence.
Hey, just do what Riot did in the early days and make Doritos.
Doritos?
You had Dorito fingers. I don't know about Dorito feet.
Look at that. Look at this fine display of detail and craftsmanship that goes into this.
Yeah, this thing is
Beautiful.
just absolutely destroying. Oh no! And I can't even interact. This is disrespect. No! No! How tragic. I'm being bullied and I can't do anything but watch. This is miserable.
Everything looks better with a hard border, right, guys?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Is that some shading I'm seeing in there with the white? Is that what that is?
That may be a little bit of shading.
Oh, how fancy.
We even doing it twice. Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, man.
Fantastic. Only the best for a queen. Fantastic. Don't ask questions about how this anatomy works. I don't know if she has actual legs that I need to be drawing here, but you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna settle with one little bit. There we go.
Oh, she's got some attitude on her.
She got some attitude. Look at that. We have fingers. Don't ask questions. Just accept.
I'm so mad. I want to participate.
Oh, can I draw? Hey, Jason, can you draw a speech bubble over?
No!
Who do we need to?
Elesh Norn bullying me because the technology refuses to cooperate.
Elesh Norn now needs to be erase the center line and to say, have her saying Jake is a sussy baka.
I'm so mad because I'm the one who found the software and I was like, it even seems to work. And then it's like, not for you. That part's over now.
You can't.
It's like I'm even changing between brush and pencil, and it's not affecting its
there we go.
Functionality in the slightest.
There, we've done it.
Alright, how do I save this image?
Everyone be sure you screenshot this.
No, clip
Make this your new profile picture. Because we've done it. We have shown our true devotion.
I'm going to be bullied with this image for the rest of my life.
You bet you are.
Right.
Does it even show me as here? For you guys?
Oh yeah. You're still
you're
here.
here. You actually have a profile picture for some reason.
Yeah, I just signed in with Google.
That's fair. Excellent choice.
Well, I don't know. It didn't work. Hoisted by my own petard. Yes. Truly hubris brought me here.
All right. Let's. How do we do? Let's. Can we pull up an image of just like the classic Elesh Norn?
The classic
Did
Elesh
get a side
Norn?
by side?
Yeah, let's get a side by side. How we do today?
Let me.
We don't ask questions about how legs work in this society. We just accept that these are here.
How tragic.
The best I can give you is some actual card art on the Moxfield page.
I mean, that'll do.
Where do you put the laser eyes, though?
Unfortunately, for some reason, Moxfield's laser eyes are gone.
What? They were there yesterday.
I know. I'm upset at Moxfield.
Upsetty spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
So here is actual Elesh Norn, as she should be.
Yep, in all her glory.
And here's Jason's.
I mean,
Well, Elesh Norn.
it's pretty good.
I mean, it looks like Elesh Norn.
That's an Elesh Norn. We don't say anything about the multiple shades of red used. We don't do anything about
The shading, though. Wow.
the quality. Vibe with Elesh out of 10. Agreed.
True.
All right. Jake, do you want to take a second and see if you can draw, or are we good?
Me tried everything. I'm so upset.
All right.
I'm gonna get it working like 3/4 of the way through building the deck, and we will be stopping the stream so that I can get my drawing in.
Absolutely.
All progress will be immediately stopped so that I can get my attempt in. It's still just like stuck on trying to erase. Maybe that's what's wrong. Is I tried to erase something, and it was like, why would you ever erase?
Erasing?
No erasing allowed here.
Well, so
Erasing is allowed.
I think that my issue here is that I have my tool presets are all erasers, and I have no idea why. But it seems to not be working.
Darn. All right, let's. I think it's about time we give the people what they actually came here for. I know this is a work of art, Jason. We all
It's
appreciate
perfection,
it.
but it's not completion.
It's not.
I'm not sure what you mean, because the thing is still not working, so I can't do my art. That's what the people came here for, right?
Obviously.
No,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah.
we were just warming up for the main event, but we can warm up a little bit more by some deck building. All right,
Christ, I got it to work. Okay.
Okay, are we back to it, Jake? Here we go.
Actually, factually, just got it to work. Okay.
All right, Jake. Nah,
I'm gonna draw smallish Norn.
You're gonna do. Are you
No
gonna
such
just
thing as
update?
We'll come back
canvases.
to Jake's artistic ability about how.
Oh yeah,
he's
you're gonna let
creating
me
the deck.
let me work in peace and then just come back to the finished product. Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine. That's fine.
Well, yeah, we'll come back to it. Let's get a couple of cards down on this here Elesh Norn.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jason. I forgot we gotta.
There's not nearly enough waste in here.
There we go.
There we go. We've done it. All right. Now, this is already a perfect deck, but
Oh yes.
we should probably improve it a little more. What ETBs would we like to double today? Anybody got themes? We want to go Phyrexian Tribal? We want to do just high power value Norn? What are we doing
One
today?
question I had is what power level are we shooting for? Because that will change a lot about how cute we get to be.
Well, you see, unfortunately, I think she has Shieldred syndrome, where she's just so innately powerful on her own that we're already probably playing her in high power.
That's true. Do we want to just push it to the extreme? Do we just say only the best for new Phyrexia?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get that mana crypt in here.
Yeah. I like it.
We're going hard today, baby. We cannot play Brutal Cathar in this deck because Brutal Cathar is a red-white color identity.
Oh,
Back end is red. Now, we could play a Fiend Hunter.
Oh, we can absolutely play a Fiend Hunter.
Let's just go ahead and go ham on the mana rocks and get that out of the way now. Yeah, get Jeweled Lotus in here. Let's get our Mana Crypt, Mox Diamond. We won't We might not want Chrome Mox.
We probably don't want Chrome Mox, but we'll.
Why not? We'll have enough color cards.
So, Mox Diamond, interestingly, is not an ETB, but Chrome Mox is.
Yeah, so you have to double imprint.
Yeah. So it's not
isn't
good later.
imprint a May?
Oh, that is true. It is a May, isn't it?
So you just choose not to the second time.
You right. You know what? Chrome Mox stays in the deck. See, only the best minds get to work on this deck. Thank you, Jake.
Oh, and
now that I'm getting the draw, my input matters.
It even gave us the appropriate old border Chrome Mox.
Excellent.
High quality.
Hey, this is a monocolor deck, so we get to use our medallion. We can use a Pro medallion.
I was like, I just put a Jet medallion in a deck earlier.
This is nice. You get to have something like that in the deck. Felidar thing. Talking like Felidar Guardian. Because Felidar Guardian absolutely goes in this deck, and that probably goes infinite some way that we're not thinking of.
Oh, it definitely goes infinite several ways. So, I am in the Mono White CEDH Discord, and this deck has been brewed quite a bit, and Felidar Guardian is a name that I see in their discussion a lot.
It makes sense. It's really, really good in the deck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
What's the other thing that you would flicker that also flickers Felidar Guardian?
Do what? Restoration Angel?
Restoration Angel.
Ooh, Stonehorn Dignitary. That's a fun one.
Ooh.
Lorna of the Third Path. Excellent removal. You love to see it.
I do dig of the Third Path here. Stonehorn Dignitary. That's funny.
Do we feel like we want to be a Stoneforge deck, or do we want to just say no to Stoneforge for the time being?
Reject Stoneforge. Embrace perfection.
Fair. It would get us a culture complete if we wanted to, but
Skyclave Apparition is like kind of just insane in this deck, right?
Correct.
We can probably immediately just go and add Ephemerate here.
Yeah, for sure. Also, my piece is done. Smallish Norn is ready to go.
Oh, we have Smallish Norn ready?
Smallish Norn already?
Oh, this is in for a treat.
Oh
my goodness!
Oh my
good.
goodness! Oh boy!
Also, that's how you avoid drawing hands and feet. Hands behind head, feet off screen. Who knows?
You know what? I love it.
This is so good, Jake. God damn it.
You're welcome.
We need to save this image right here, boys.
Already on it.
I only gave her the one side of the sash like she has in the original art.
No,
don't worry.
I love it.
That red is a single dot that I was very worried would go wrong.
Palace Jailer is probably better than Fiend Hunter. No, I don't think
I feel like we probably play both.
We probably play both, but
yeah, we do want to play multiple of these ETB exile-based things. It could be Banisher Priest, it could be oh yeah. Hey, how many initiative cards do we want to play?
How many can we play?
There's at least like 4.
There is at least 4.
We need Small Norn as an emote on the Discord. I agree.
That's very fair.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a Battle Angels of Tyr in this deck list just so we can, actually draw some cards. But
I'm okay with
I
that.
like it.
I like it. Battle Angels of Tyr is great.
Ooh, a Grasp of Fate. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, that does have ETB for its trigger. Yeah, Grasp of Fate's great. What's more?
Charming Prince. Charming Prince. There we go. That's how we're gonna go infinite here.
Now here's a question: does EDH Rec already have Elesh Norn?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I know they also have Slobad and 13 other people on the whole internet care to build that legendary.
All right, chat.
And that deck is so not even like mid is the wrong word.
Just a quick little thing, chat. What's your favorite art for the new mommy? I'm personally a big fan of the inked foil.
That's right. There's like several arts to choose from. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're very good.
They're all insane.
Jake, why do you think we had enough art to make the meme?
Yeah. I didn't realize that all of those were depictions of that.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be $100 already in the pre-order, huh?
Oh yeah.
I can't say I'm too surprised on that.
I mean, I'm not.
She has a
either.
lot of good art. All right, chat. While we're here for a moment, am I the only one who thinks that the Junji Ito art is actually the worst of them?
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take, but also it just doesn't look that good.
Oh hey, we played Charming Prince in this deck, right?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
I already put it in. Don't you
Okay.
worry.
Don't you worry, breathe in the head.
my good friend Eldrazi displays her.
Ah, yes.
Ooh,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
this way is
Flicker?
pretty good here. Okay, yeah, we probably can do some good
I
Eldrazi
play that
displays.
card when it's not even good.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I play it when it's not good too. It's just great.
Yeah, the pose is awkward for Elesh Norn. It doesn't feel like Elesh Norn to me.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like a jump scare. It's awkward to me.
She is literally screaming at you. I don't like
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Well-
I mean, just look at it. This is just perfection here.
Oh, hey, we should probably put a Panharmonicon in this deck, huh?
Panharmonicon? We already have one.
Yeah, but we can have two.
This is
We can
true.
also play the knockoff.
This is true. This is true. It's not
Ooh,
quite
Karmic
as
Guide
good.
goes in this deck, yeah? Do you
Absolutely.
already have Karmic Guide in there? Yeah.
There we go. It's in there now.
Matt, I'm Fjord Kelvin. You killed my commander. Prepare to die next time we play EDH.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
Kelvin.
That's fair.
Thank you.
the
Thank you,
gauntlet has
Kelvin.
been thrown, or whatever the phrase of that
Yeah.
is.
I'm fairly certain me and Kelvin have a feud going for some no apparent reason, but we just do.
See, Touch of the Realm is insane in this deck.
Yeah,
I don't
Touch of
know
the
that card off the top of my head.
Touch of the Spirit Realm is basically a 3-mana O-ring, or you can channel it to flicker something.
Oh, okay.
It is very,
That's
very
good.
Are you sure it's Touch of?
Pretty sure it's called Touch of the Spirit Realm. Let me check.
Touch the Spirit Realm, not Touch of.
Ah.
Just touch the.
Close enough.
I was just like, why is it not finding it?
Yeah.
Moxfield letting us down, that's impossible.
Never. Oh wow, that's got a really cool game day promo. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. We're...
So sad
Yeah.
that Phyrexian Revoker is not a trigger this one time.
Yes.
The one time.
Trying to think of anything else that we would particularly want to. We
Did
can
we play
probably.
Lord of the Third Path?
Yeah, Lauren's in here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was busy arting for a minute, so I'm a little bit behind.
Yeah.
I was
You're good.
was in the kitchen, cooking it up.
Hmm.
Let's see. Do we play
I-
Preston?
Good question. How much do we think we're getting to flicker? Probably a fair bit.
Probably a good enough amount.
Then yeah, Preston's great. Takali honor guard so we can be extra smooth brained. Agreed. Teleportation circle? Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah. Ranger Captain of Eos?
Oh yeah, Ranger Captain's very, very good here. We probably need a handful of one-drop creatures.
I'm sure we
okay,
will.
Esper Sentinel.
Yeah, Esper.
So play at least one more one-drop creature and we'll be good to go.
Yep.
Like Recruiter of the Guard 2 would also be super good. Just doing that twice.
Aerial Extortionist. That's an interesting one.
I'm
not sure about it, but that's cool.
Ranger Captain.
Ranger Captain is a dash. I don't know if you're...
Oh, don't worry. It's
That's
fine.
Okay.
Also, please get the Tekatli card out of there.
No.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of all the other things that like flicker. We can do like Flicker Wisp.
Ooh.
We can play Flicker Wisp.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would flicker twice.
Does Flicker Wisp let it target itself? I don't think it does.
Exile another target permanent.
Okay, so it doesn't quite work the way we would love for it to.
It still flickers
okay.
twice, and then we end up with like 4 ETB effects. Because each thing would re-enter, presumably with an ETB trigger.
Yeah.
We play Solitude in this deck, right?
Sure. That's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Just evoke that card, path 2 things, dab, refuse to elaborate.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, actual factual Cloudfish probably still needs to be in here. Cat that flickers is Felidar Guardian, and it is in the deck.
Yes.
There's actual factual Cloud Shift.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it, Sanctum Prelate is also not a trigger.
Oh, I would love to put Displacer Kitten in here.
We cannot,
We
unfortunately.
unfortunately can't.
Displacer Kitten would be really nice.
As far as another white card, as far as another white 1-drop we could play, Withered Wayfarer is really good.
Ooh.
Yeah, with the Wayfarer is fine. Do we want to start getting like the things that when creatures with power 2 or less enter the battlefield, you draw cards?
I
Like
the
Welcoming Vampire.
How does Welcoming a Vampire work, since it specifically says it only triggers once per turn?
You still get the double trigger. Even
You still get to double up on it?
Yeah.
Just only once per turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
That ability triggers an additional time. It's weird.
We're talking Archaeomancer's map V. Archaeomancer's map is an ETB, so that is an option for us to draw 4 cards if we want to.
I'm perfectly down to put it in here.
Mhm.
It's pretty solid.
Should we just throw Tithe and oh, really just Smothering Tithe is the only one we'd have to put in.
Our gnome overlord.
Okay, so hear me out.
Mhm.
We'll never tap it. Oh wait, no, never mind. I forgot. Okay, I was Coveted Jewel, draw 6.
True.
Is draw 6 is a lot,
Yes.
but 6
I
mana
agree.
is also a lot.
But here's the thing. I'm not the base fan here. It's just a little too risky.
I don't hate it, honestly. I think it might be able to work out. Especially if we're going to play...
Oh yeah, we can start
Actual
playing like
land.
the staples, like Deep Gnome Terramancer, Archivist of Ogma, Mom. Did we ever decide on a short term for Giver of Runes? I heard someone in my LGS call her Gom, and I don't like that at all.
No,
No.
I just call her Giver.
I just hate that. Sarah Paragon?
Ooh.
That would allow us to recast ETB stuff.
So Jake Nadell in the chat, I am not a fan of Wedding Ring.
But we can marry 2 people, Jason.
Yes, and we can turn this into one clusterfuck of a game.
Polycules are the future.
I'm putting a farewell in the deck. It's just a little good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we also just, or like we're playing the rule laws, right? If we're playing for high power.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can play one. We can play a few of them at least, if we want to.
I think we play like Archon of Emeria.
I like Archon a lot.
I don't think we play either of the enchantments. I think we just play the creatures.
So
I have a lot of rhetoric as well. And he's a smart canonist.
Yeah, I just double checked this with Elesh Norn. Suture
Spirited
Priest
Companion
does.
just draw us a card. Just draw us 2 cards, I think.
Yeah, Spirited Companion's a good card. But I just checked this. Suture Priest would in fact trigger twice on the opponent's creatures entering the battlefield. So that is another way that we can potentially do a murder.
Interesting.
It's Aethersworn, not Aethersworn. Interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
Aethersworn Canonist. Which is weird, but here we are.
Yep.
Have we gotten into Cassia's Welcome?
I'm going to need some spelling on that, Jason.
TOCASIA apostrophe Welcome.
Got it.
Yeah, it's just another welcoming vampire.
Did you double check this, by the way, Jason, on these were actually working?
I can double check it. Sure.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. Probably should do welcoming vampire since WotC not the best at updating gatherer rulings to be 100% sure.
Yeah, welcoming vampire with a Panharmonicon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
You guys can keep talking. I'm just looking at this.
Yeah, sorry. I'm currently looking through some cards here from other mono white decks I've built to see what we would want to play here. It really just depends on how hard we want to go in on the stacks element versus like focusing on the fun of this particular commander.
I kind of like just focusing on the fun.
If we're wanting to play Spirited Companion, we could also play Wall of Omens as another 2-mana draw 2.
Alright, so I did just double check it. It will not work with Welcoming Vampire.
Okay, so it will only trigger once per turn.
Both Takasi
Yeah.
Regardless.
and welcoming vampire.
I would definitely remove the Takasia's Welcome. I'm not convinced we actually want to get rid of the Welcoming Vampire because it is still just drawing a card and we're a Flicker deck.
Sure.
Is that
Nice. That's a neat one.
is that an Ethan in the chat? I see.
There's got to be a way to go infinite with Abdel.
hey.
There.
Abdel Adrian?
Abdel Adrian. That's what Fee said.
Yeah.
Does
I imagine
Anth
it is.
Ice work how we want it to?
The Exile is an ETB ability, correct?
When it
When it
enters
enters
the
the
battlefield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we do get 2 things with that, which is really good.
1 mana exile 2 creatures, pretty solid. It turns out.
Just don't blow up my land.
Please don't.
Do we want to hit him with the Eerie Interlude and Ghostway?
If we're looking for there's another Flicker creature at 4, so like pretty equivalent to Felidar Guardian in Icewind Stalwart.
Oh, that one was Adventures on the Forgotten Realm, or
It's
Flicker a
the
non-warrior
Legend
thing, right?
Balder. Yeah. It's specifically so it doesn't work for the reason like for exiling itself. But
Okay, sure. That gives us a 3rd one of those.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, that's good consistency. I like it.
Angel of Sanctions.
Angel of Sanctions is an interesting one. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and just slap it in here so that way people can see.
Mhm.
I mean,
Wow, let's just.
it's solid, but it's not like
Mm,
I don't know. It's just 5 mana. It's kind of hard.
it does have Embalm as well for like 5 mana or something like that as well. So
We
it's
already
not the
put-
worst.
we
Resto should
put
already be
Mother
in the
Runes
deck.
and Giver Runes in the deck.
We can add Mom in here. Or do we not want to have 2 mommies? I say more mommies the merrier.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't know anyone who's ever been like, "Oh my god, I have too many mommy, too much mommy. My hands are full. I cannot possibly do this." That sounds.
I'm not sure about Regal Caracal, but you do have me thinking about Blade Splicer.
Ooh, everybody loves a good Blade Splicer.
Like, this is pretty classic at this point, so it may not be worth it, but...
So I'm just like scrolling through like lists to see inspiration for cards, right?
Mhm.
This CEDH deck is playing Search for Glory, and I cannot figure out what is so important that they're willing to play Search for Glory. I just...
I don't know. What are their creatures in it?
I mean, they're playing a bunch of creatures, but it only hits no permanents, legendary cards, or saga cards. So, like, there has to be a legendary creature that they care about so much.
The original Elesh Norn?
It's not in this deck, though, which is a mistake.
That is absolutely a mistake.
You know what deck it should be in, though? Ours.
Right? We did just say more mommy.
More mommy
is good.
Better.
Sure.
Let's get the appropriate one in here.
I think they're just hinting. I think that's what it is. That, or they're just that desperate to play on thin ice twice.
True. So, Recruiter of the Guard?
Right.
Pretty good.
I mentioned that one earlier, yeah.
Oh, did we not get it in? Whoops, my bad.
That's my bad.
Did we add Solitude already? I believe we discussed it, but I don't know if it...
What in Adeline? Maybe?
No.
I don't know. Do we want to have something that just punches for the win?
Yeah, do we want to kill people? I don't know.
I don't know.
No, we're here to make
them
people suffer and have fun ourselves.
Here's a pretty interesting thing. Rumor Gatherer. Any creature entering the battlefield will trigger this twice, so you'll just draw a card every time. I've never been a huge fan of Rumor Gatherer in most decks, but here, I think this is the actual good deck for Rumor Gatherer.
So...
Do we need a Sad Bot? Sad Bot's pretty good.
Sad Bot's really good here.
It does bridge immediately into our 5th mana for Elesh Norn, and then bridges us from, if we already have 5, into 7.
4 mana ramp 2 is pretty solid.
I mean, we are mono white. We are kind of starving for...
We do need some ramp. Do we need to get our 2 ones in
how
here?
does the deck win? Hopefully our opponents concede.
Sadness?
I don't know.
Sadness, punching face. I mean, how else does a mono white deck win?
You hope the oil cards will be good enough in Gruul so that you can build a legendary oil guy and put on your best cowboy hat and Texan accent. I also hope that you get to have that at the end.
Excellent.
That sounds like a good avenue to living your best life.
Mm-hmm.
Extra planar lens. Does that work how we want it to, or is that just...
I mean, that just imprints our land, right?
Okay, yeah, right. No, it is just... it would just imprint a land, and it just does the thing that card actually does.
Yeah,
I think we're probably going to have too many non-basics for extra planar lens, right?
Maybe. We're definitely going to have a good... We'll have some good ETB lands. Like, I was thinking about... you know that land that enters the battlefield tapped and makes a mana, but it only produces colorless mana normally? Is it Crumbling Vestige, I think is the name of it?
I'm sorry.
Vaguely.
We forgot Best Boy. We gotta add it in.
Oh, yeah, get him in.
Yes, it does. And it also adds a 1 mana of any color to your mana pool when it enters.
Ooh.
So it's a little bit better than...
Yeah, this is a good question. Are we a Field of the Dead deck?
Oh.
Are we mono white Field of the Dead?
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Because Field of the Dead would make... Oh my god!
Yeah.
If that ever works, that's going to make so many zombies.
I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively put it in the deck list, but...
Screw it, we ball.
Play every Iganjo. I mean, you can make it work. Like every Iganjo.
Sure, let's play a bunch of non-basics then. It may make our on thin ice a bit worse, but screw it. We just play all the fetch lands, easy.
Yeah.
We ball.
Let's see, what else would be really, really good? Oh yeah, have we gotten our initiative cards in here yet?
Because, like, are we playing all the initiative cards? Because there's also the Tome and the Torch.
Jason, we are currently at 33 creatures.
We can
These
go
are
more.
non-creatures. Mono white landfall, it's time.
You say that, and I saw a hilarious brew, and I think it might actually be down here on the page somewhere. We scroll
Mono white
down.
landfall.
From Elder Drunken Highlander.
Yep, it is. If you go on EDH Rec, it is the featured article for Elesh Norn.
Love it.
And it may or may not have the game plan of Armageddoning all the lands and then returning them on your end.
Yep. That's a fun
Second
group.
sunrise, baby.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's at least get White Plume Adventurer and Seasoned Dungeoneer in here. We can debate the other potential initiative cards. But those two...
So, do we have an actual like infinite combo in this deck?
I don't know, man. We're just living our best life.
I'm just checking. We might.
I mean, we have a Felidar Guardian and ways to blink it, so
Ooh,
there's at
Felidar
least
Retreat.
something.
But like not hasty though that I'm aware of.
Well, I don't know. We can get a haste if we need to. Like, we can play the wall that gives all of our creatures haste.
Oh, Crashing Drawbridge?
Yeah, we can play that if we want to, but...
Have a good night,
All right.
Andy.
Good night, Andy.
Good night, Andy.
Cosmic Intervention? What's that card do?
It's another form of Mass Blink. This one has Foretell.
Ah, yeah, this is the boat.
Solar.
Let me drive the boat.
Oh, Radiant Solar. Or is there another card called Solar Radiant?
I'm just gonna
Infinite
search for
Dungeons.
Radiant.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, Radiant Solar. Yeah, we could do Radiant Solar. That is a way to win the game, as we will go through the dungeon an infinite number of times and drain our opponents for exactly one.
So, if a creature that says take the initiative when it enters the battlefield, and you already have the initiative, you don't venture again, do you?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, you do. Oh, so then get to like creatures that can blink each other, like Felidar Guardian and Icewind Stalwart in play with any of our like permanents that. So yeah, we definitely play all the initiative permanents then, right? Like the two artifact ones also definitely go in.
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah.
Because like Felidar Guardian can hit non-land permanents.
Felidar Guardian hits what other card?
Felidar Guardian would blink the artifact that will blink that will give us any permanent that gives us the initiative, and then any other creature that will blink itself, like Restoration. Well, that can blink with it, like Restoration Angel or the Warrior thing, Icewind Stalwart.
Okay.
So we just like loop that with our extra triggers going towards something that gives us the initiative.
So, what is the name of the artifact that gives initiative?
There's two of them.
You can do Sarevok's Tome.
Spell that.
So that is Sarev.
Sarevok's Tome. Got it.
Got it. Okay. And then the other one is Trailblazer's Torch.
Trailblazer's Torch is also in the deck list now.
We could also do like Goliath Paladin and Underseller Sweep, but both those cards are a little bit medium.
Yeah, I'm not.
To be fair, the Trailblazer's Torch is also kind of medium, but
not a huge fan. Okay, so for this, we are at 93 cards right now.
We're almost done.
Let's get more.
I'm gonna go ahead and put Path Swords.
Path Swords, yep. Do you want to just grab Enlightened Tutor?
We also grabbed March of Otherworldly Light, right?
Yeah, March is good. I like March. Knight Paladin.
No
What's Knight
wonder
Paladin?
I cannot spell. I was wondering why Enlightened Tutor wasn't showing up, and it was because I had E-Light, not N, E.
Oh, you want us to put one of the vehicles that ETBs and deals damage.
You know what I do
That's
like
fun.
here? Thunder Hawk Gunship, though.
The gunship? I
We
mean,
make 4 dudes with Vigilance.
Sun Titan could be good.
Sun Titan is always pretty solid.
Especially since we're mono white.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of good.
Sure, I'll accept a gunship.
Jason having to contemplate why Thunderhawk Gunship isn't good here.
Also,
No, it's more of boy. I guess we have to have a vehicle, huh?
we're mono white Well, we're a white deck. We play Dragon's Magistrate, right?
Oh yeah, sure. We can be
Oh.
mean. Let's see. Do we want to add in a handful of more flicker cards to protect our stuff?
So far, we have Cloud Shift, Ephemerate. It draws you Displacer. The creatures that all do it, but they don't have Flash. So that's not really the same thing.
Yeah. Could do Flicker of Fate, which would also give us the option to flicker our enchantments. That costs
Another
2 mana.
thing worth considering is there a Fiend Hunter variant that hits non-land permanents? Because Fiend Hunter's specific upside here is much harder to hit, but the upside to it being a non-land permanent flickerer would make it a fully functional, like, if we have it in one of our other flicker creatures.
All right, here's a question for you. Do we want to just go bigger? Because we can just play Cavalier of Dawn.
That we can. I don't know.
We want Elite Spellbinder? I don't know if I want Elite Spellbinder. It is just hand disruption. Which can be very annoying. But also like,
Jason, I'm taking out the Blade Splicer.
I would Cavalier of Dawn.
I don't regret removing a Blade Splicer here.
Yeah. I'm probably taking out Angel of Sanctions.
Reasonable. We only have one board wipe currently. Do we want to Farewell or we already have Farewell?
We already have Farewell. Do we want a Wrath of God?
What about Winds of Abandon?
I like Winds.
I like Winds here.
Admonition Angel.
I'm unsure on that one, but maybe.
Go even bigger and play Legion Loyalty.
The win con.
I like where you're going.
We also could play Portal to Phyrexia if we really wanted to go big, but that's
a little too big.
I do like Sword of Hearthenhome though.
I like Sword here.
That's like the only equipment I particularly want. Well, okay, we have a torch in here, but
the torch isn't really a piece of equipment in this deck. Let's be real here.
What else do we want that's like big? How's our ramp looking overall?
Not the best.
Need a little more?
What about March? I believe we put the March in the deck.
Are we mobile ready? Probably not mobile ready.
We're not. We're definitely not mobile ready. March of Otherworldly Light.
Do love me a March of Otherworldly Light.
That's pretty good here.
Do we just want to play Deafening Silence as our one of Stop Your Storm?
No, we do have three.
Aethersworn Canonist. That's
okay, then
we have three creature ones so far, I believe. So you got like Archon and. Well, I mean, we may not have Eidolon Rhetoric. Any opinions on any of the other legendaries that were shown? Glissa seems funny as a lower power Saga deck in Golgari. So outside of Commander, Glissa seems like crazy and constructed.
Yeah.
As far as like the green-black X mid-range decks that want to exist in Pioneer but don't quite have a good 3-drop, that card seems hilarious.
Yeah.
But I mean, it seems my issue is always going to be that like Glissa kind of has the same problems that the last one does. In that how often you get to make use of it is going to be entirely determined by how long it can enter and then a turn pass and an attack and nothing go wrong.
Okay.
But removing counters from the permanents to make a Saga lower is kind of funny, but black is not a great color to have for Sagas. Wouldn't you rather have Satsuki?
Well, there is one very important Saga that it always can have access to.
Yep.
Urza Saga.
Sure, but like, what I'm saying here is that would the green-black Saga deck be better than the green-white Saga deck? It doesn't have to be better necessarily. Even.
No. It doesn't have to
just-
be best. It's just like, what do we think
Also,
is cool?
I don't know if it's the Saga deck. It's also I think already kind of starting from not behind, but
Honestly, overall,
but-
I think there's a lot of cool commanders in here.
I am going to be building the new Slobad, even though he is both slow and bad. I will be building.
Excellent.
I have a friend who has played Mono Black Devotion in Modern as long as Modern has existed, and he is actually going to try the format because Phyrexian Obliterator exists now.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, do we want to work on these lands? Because
Someone just recommended Windbrisk Heights. Does
that's a
that?
pretty good one.
Yeah.
It does work. The Hideaway is an ETB ability.
Yep.
Like, well,
do we need?
here, I can double check that to be 100% sure.
Oh, wait, yeah, it's a win.
It says that, but let me see if there's an updated one.
The new Wanderer? Why I haven't seen that? Oh, that's oh.
Oh yeah, the new Wanderer is really, really cool.
6 mana, 5. No more than one creature can attack it. The person who did this leak needs to trim their fingernails.
Oh yeah, it still says win whenever Hideaway triggers.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Windbrisk looks good.
Mhm.
It'll be a tap land, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be one of like 2 tap lands in the whole deck. So
Look, we have a Field of the Dead. I don't think we actually care.
yeah. All right. So let's fuel some stuff here. All right, Nykthos.
Yeah.
We worship Phyrexia. This
Also,
is our shrine.
Crumbling Vestige seems actually funny, right?
Yes, actually, I was legitimately wondering if Crumbling Vestige is a good decision.
I think so. Because I don't think the opportunity cost of having a colorless land is actually like that big for our deck.
Mm-mm.
And in addition, it's sometimes a ritual is kind of funny.
Yeah. Let's get Ancient Tomb in here. We do want to make sure we have enough white pips to cast our early white spells, but
We'll have basics for that.
we will have basics for sure. War Room,
For sure.
For sure.
both the Ganjos.
I don't know how to spell
EI.
EI.
Mm-hmm. And then it's close. G. G-A-N.
I want Skrelv Defector Might to be good.
I don't think it'll be good, but I'm happy it exists.
What's the other one? Iganjo Castle?
Oh yeah, we do also need plenty of colorless sources for Eldrazi Displacer.
We have Soul Ring.
That is
We
important.
have Soul Ring for that. And our initiative, Mana Rock. Wherever it's at. We're fine. And Mana Crypt. See, we got plenty. We got enough.
Let me double check one thing very quickly.
Because we can just flicker Felidar Guardian. and
I'm
make
currently checking the
infinite-
spoilers to see if there's any new cards we want to play.
Ooh, Mire of Ruins. Might, you know.
So we probably still play Urza Saga, but double checking the wording on it, I don't believe it'll give you an extra counter, because the counter is just as it enters, but it gains the ability. There's a trigger to gain the ability when the counter is added, which is weird. So we'll still have to go through the whole thing, but that's fine.
That's fine. I think Urza Saga is just good enough to play in general.
Mhm.
Yeah, Gemstone. Gemstone's still good here.
Gemstone Caverns? Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't play Lotus Field. Correct.
Yes.
Do
Yeah.
not play Lotus Field.
So I was brewing Yorick earlier, right?
Oh yeah.
And I may or may not,
You may have done a fucky wucky.
may or may not have had a Lotus Field, and then I was like, wait a minute.
Mistakes were made. Mhm. Yeah. Correct, Nicholas. As is not win. I had to double check to be 100% sure though, because I do always remember that when people play Saga online, it has a trigger for the first ability to gain tapping for mana. I was like, but that's not the ETB. That's something else. So I had to be 100% sure here. Do we want a whole bunch of more colorless utility lands to fuel this thing, or do we want to like be a little careful?
I want a sketch.
Make sure we have enough basics.
Actual pencil, not a colored pencil.
Hey Jake, mute. We can hear that background.
Yeah, we can hear
Sorry.
that.
Just came in to check for something.
Oh, no worries.
I'm going to put a Faceless Haven in. Just because it's another land. It's another colorless land that's okay.
Honestly, I think we're splitting our snow and regular basics, so I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather have like Mutavault. If we're gonna do that.
I was also thinking because we're still playing on Thin Ice.
Yes.
So Faceless Haven is still good here.
Yeah, we do need to make sure we have enough, white pips to cast our spells. That's the thing I'm the most concerned about.
Yeah.
Because we are playing like not a ton of double white spells, but we are playing a decent number of them.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, we haven't done anything triple white, so we didn't add the Cavalier, right? So.
No.
Hey, all this colorless mana helps for our Eldrazi Displacer, though.
I was gonna say.
Probably just get Strip Mine, Wasteland. Like, not the best cards, but they do what you want, right?
They get
Could
the
do
job
Inventor's
done.
Fair.
I don't think we need Inventor's Fair. Or I don't think I want Inventor's Fair with how little artifacts we actually have.
That's fine. You want to grab Ancient Tin?
That would be funny.
Well, what card you talking about?
Mage's Attendant, the uncommon from
Oh yeah,
Streets that makes a 1/1 wizard that you can pay 1 sack it to counter a non-creature unless they pay 1. Getting 2 of those every time. It's not bad.
not Rumor Gatherer, Mage's Attendant,
Yeah, I know.
but yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
I mean, especially if we can, every time we flicker it, like, get 2 more
Yes,
or spikes.
stones of $1. How could we forget? Oh, it's $2 now. Oh boy.
Let's see.
Unfortunately, we're not allowed to have fun and play Caracas.
I mean, that's a good thing.
It would be such a worse format if Caracas existed.
Yeah. And did we feel like we needed one more 2-mana rock in the deck? Or did we need more ramp at all?
I think we need one more 2-mana rock.
Add in Liquid Metatorque then. Because
That
we do
makes
have
sense.
Lauren. Yeah. Did we add in Loyal Warhound and whatever it's called? Because that's another thing we could play, but they're like fine.
Oh, they don't have... It's liquid metal, not liquid
Mhm.
metal.
Yes.
That's the first time I've found that out.
Get our fetches and Prismatic Vista in here. Can you do the batch thing with this?
No. Unfortunately.
Because we're
we have-
monocolored, it won't let us.
Well, also because we have too many lands as is, and I'd have to go through and remove all the doubles.
I see. Okay. Well,
Pearl Medallion is already in the deck.
yes, Pearl Medallion's in the deck.
Windswept Heath.
Mhm.
Arid Mesa.
Marsh Flats. Oh, this is an interesting thought. Okay, so I was thinking about whether or not we wanted Fabled Passage, and I'm probably not. But we might want one of the lands from New Capenna that ETB, you sacrifice them and you go search out a basic land and gain a life.
Are you talking about the
like Cabaretti Courtyard in Obscura Storefront? We might want to play one of those. I don't know if we want to play two.
Called?
I don't know. They don't have like a
They
formal
don't have
name,
a formal name.
but they ETB to do the searching.
Mm-hmm.
So suddenly they're like, okay.
I don't think that works. Because it says when you do. So it says when Cabaret Courtyard enters the battlefield, sacrifice it.
And then when you do, go search.
So I believe
okay, yeah, then
you
that
would
wouldn't
only
work.
actually sacrifice it once.
Yeah, you're right, because you need to sacrifice it for you to do it. Okay, never mind then.
And it's a
These
good
don't
thing
work.
we have 2 whole judges in here, because this is a bunch of stuff that barely maybe work, kinda.
True. All right.
What other fetch land am I missing, Jason? I have 3 of them.
Did you get Flooded Strand? The screen is a little small for me, so it's hard to read.
There you go, Jason. I make big.
Thank you. Do we want Demolition Field? Uh.
I don't know that we need a demolition field.
So what do we do to make this deck not like auto win our set release video?
Oh, we just don't
Well,
play this
this-
version of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
for sure. But like this commander is inherently powerful.
Yeah, we'll find the ones that are very good. By the way, yeah, we're gonna play this in the set release video one way or another.
Yeah, we're
There's,
not
like,
playing
no
this
way we
exact
don't,
deck
right?
list in the set release video. Don't worry about it.
All right. Pro gamer strategy.
Yes.
We just the way that we stop this deck from curb stomping, right?
Mhm.
We just play 4 copies of this deck.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
Big brain.
Huge.
No, we just play the mass land destruction Armageddon strategy. There you
Fair
go.
enough.
Yeah.
That also.
That works.
All right. So we need what? 15, 14 or 15 more lands.
Do we have Conjurer's Closet?
I don't
I don't
think we added Conjurer's Closet
We're
yet.
in the. I don't know that we necessarily need it though.
Maybe not. We do
Jinx,
have a lot of things.
Confiscatus. It just depends on whether or not we're like, because like if we expect to get like 2 or 3 triggers off of it, then it's insane, right? Because it's just going to continually give us value.
Mhm.
But if we don't, I don't know.
They're all amazing, and then there's Urabrask.
Yeah, which is so sad because Urabrask has been the worst twice now.
Not devoted to the cause.
I mean,
Not devoted to the
all
cause.
I'm gonna say is that the newer Urabrask still isn't that bad. He's just not.
He's
on
just the
level.
worst of the 5 again.
Again.
It's just because he's my favorite and he's the worst again.
To be fair, this Elesh Norn and then Shieldred are borderline not okay for the game. So, like, just in
I don't know.
general,
I think this card's a lot more. I think this card's a lot more okay than people are giving it credit for. I think it's just another like, hey, yeah, people have to play removal.
Yes.
But we don't want to. No. You have to.
No, you have to now.
Mhm.
You either
Like-
play board wipes or you play removal.
Like you have to play interaction to play commander, and I don't think that's this commander's fault. I think that's just like the trend, and that this is just a piece of evidence that is like, if not, what do you do when this happens?
Yeah. Or people just metagame and play Torpor Orb for 2 months until people stop playing Elesh Norn for a bit.
Big
Yeah.
brain. That's what I'm gonna do.
Torpor does make this commander very sad.
Yeah, and double all those triggers. Go ahead.
No, you know
Mirror
what?
of
You know what,
Life Trap.
Jason? I'm gonna metagame the set release
What?
video.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. How are we finished out this mana base, though? I think we only need 34 lands, right?
Yeah.
Or do we want 35? Because I don't think we need 36.
I don't think we need 36. I think 35 is safe, but we can go
fine.
34.
That's fine. We
Should
can
we
do.
play only ETB creatures and then rely on them heavily? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Like-
you want to do 7 snow, 7 regular?
Yeah, sure. 7
Why are we splitting them?
Because we have
For Field of the Dead?
Yep.
both Field of the Dead and we have a card that cares about snow basics.
Sure, but like, why not just play like 2 regular and then the rest snow to give us the option to fetch them out? Because we got fetches.
Mhm.
But we do still want to have better access to our snowlands, right?
Important question. Which one are we more likely to have? Our enchantment that cares about the snowlands or
Is that the only card
the
we
Field
have
of the
that
Dead.
cares about snow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have exactly one card, so we only need one of those lands. And again, we can fetch it out. But we do kind of want to know which one we need to fetch first.
I feel like with Enlightened Tutor, we probably are more likely to have the enchantment.
Probably. Did we put Weathered Wayfarer in this deck or no?
We did.
So we're about even on likelihood of having these cards then.
I forget all the time that Weathered Wayfarer lets you search for
Any
non-basics.
Oh yeah, we also have 4 initiative cards to find us basics.
Yep. I think we'll be fine.
I think this is pretty good.
Valid.
Alright chat, give us your thoughts. Let's do a quick run through on this deck. We don't have to name off all the cards, but we've got an initiative theme. We've got a lot of removal. Got some okay amount of card draw, but the initiative also helps make up for that. And we also have Field of the Dead because that is what we are doing with our lives. What do you think? Anything you want us to zoom in on? Anything you think we should take another look at? Cards you don't like? Cards you love? What do you think?
Let me scroll down through the deck list here.
Yeah, if you could hover over it. Some individual cards here and there.
Abdel
give people a
Adrian, the absolute Chad man. We have an
don't know
Archon
if
in area.
Mhm.
Because why not?
Name all of them off? No.
Right, Jason, one big breath and go for it.
Bro, I can't hardly see these.
Do we have artifact and enchantment removal for Torpor Orb?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. At ETBs.
Yeah, we
have an
well,
ETB
we have March.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Does
Okay,
March hit? Oh yeah, March does hit that.
Yeah,
we're
it
good.
does.
We're good.
Light on the Prism theme? Yeah, for sure. We didn't want to go too hard on the stacks.
Oh,
Did we leave Legion Loyalty in?
Legion Loyalty? I don't
Why
think
would
we
we
left that
not?
Hell
We put
yeah.
Oh, absolutely, Jason.
in. Okay, sure, why not?
Good. I was just making sure that we didn't wimp out.
Legion Loyalty's fun, sure. What else we got in here? Anything that seems questionable? Maybe we're thinking that maybe not the best card. We do have like 3 of our Flicker effect. We do have Fiend Hunter. Do we find an alternative Fiend Hunter?
Yeah, it's called Grasp of Fate.
It's not
It's
land.
pretty good.
Grasp of Fate's real good.
Grasp of Fate unfortunately doesn't work with our like combo though because
actually-
it hits each opponent.
Actually, real quick, did we ever put just an Oblivion Ring in here or a Banishing Light?
I do not believe so. I believe we stuck to the ones that are better than that.
Then I would swap. Then I would swap out the Fiend Hunter for one of those.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, just swap out one of those because that's another answer to Torpor Orb.
Oh yeah,
Torpor Orb
Torpor
works.
specifically hits creatures.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, screw you. You don't get to take. You don't get to.
I
We're
like-
gonna have fun on the Xbox
I
one
like
way or
the-
another.
I like the Palace.
Maybe we're too heavy on the lands, but we could trade some of them for mana rocks. But then the plan is less good, and we've got to have the plan.
Also, I mean,
Field of the
I just like that we're Field of Deading people.
Yeah.
34 lands, Field of the Dead. This is greedy enough as it is. I'm fine with it.
I was gonna say we're starting. We almost have run out of mana rocks, so it's a little sketchy on lands if we go lower.
Did we
Mhm.
actually end up playing the Covenant Jewel?
Oh yeah.
6
Ooh,
mana draw
yeah.
6 is just kind of
It's-
crazy.
it's too good.
I just- that thing has its risks, but also if we just have any ability to flicker it, like
Yeah.
that thing goes crazy. I don't care if my opponent takes it. Yeah, you can draw 3. That's fine. I'm gonna flicker
I'll
that
flicker
thing.
it and give it back.
So
I'll draw 6.
so I've already thought of the line here, guys. I'll draw
Play
the
good cards?
Displacer, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, and then Felidar Guardian. To flicker that, make infinite colorless, right? Then
Mhm.
start using that to flicker the Coveted Jewel.
Draw our deck and die.
Draw our deck and die, baby.
Baby. Yeah, Stronic Resonator is not too bad. That is a consideration.
That is a consideration. I don't know that we necessarily need it though.
I
It's
think in
only
a
one
lower,
extra.
I think in a version of this deck that's not like mana crypting and etc.
Hmm.
That probably goes in, but it probably gets cut at some point before
Yeah.
like the deck hits this specific power level.
This is a wild deck.
Yeah.
So many flicker effects.
Oh yeah, baby.
So, are
Cosmic gets
we?
creatures.
Do we have anything else that we would like to do with this deck, or another alternative activity we could do? Because we've still got about 40 minutes left here. We could go through the spoiler legendaries and give our thoughts on them.
I don't mind
Just
looking at the leaks. Like,
kind of something to.
they're out.
Well, I mean, actual spoiled stuff or leaks?
These would be the leaks. I don't mind too much on that.
They're not on
Chat, what-
Scryfall yet, are
Ooh, probably not.
they?
That's
Yeah.
true. So we'd have to go and look for them somewhere.
I need.
Like Mythic Spoiler or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right, then maybe not. Well, another thing we could talk about is just how great Elesh Norn is overall. Now, we can probably go and what was something else? We had that Slobad that came out as well.
Mhm.
Do you want to chat Slobad for a little bit?
I would love to, but the deck is just awful. I'm just like the more I'm working on it, the more I'm just like, this deck is just bad.
Scryfall.
Yeah.
Here, I'll send what exists of my list to you.
Oh,
Matt.
we don't have a
Pull it up
Knight of
when you
the
listen to it.
White Orchid.
Oh, that is a mistake for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely want one of those then? Okay, sure.
Yep.
Add a Knight of the White Orchid.
What do we cut?
Did I get so mad that I deleted this? Okay, no, I didn't.
Jason, what are we cutting here?
You could do Radiant Solar. You could do one of the initiative cards, maybe.
I kind of
Um,
like just cutting Radiant Solar since it's 6 mana.
Sure, that's fine. We don't have any reanimation, right? Do we not put in Karmic Guide?
We have one singular Karmic Guide.
Okay. Do we want to talk? Yeah, let's just talk about Slobad.
Here, I am sending. Well, nah, it's fine. It's fine to send what we have on my list right now, and we look that over, right?
Mhm.
Not a problem.
Oh, I don't mind.
But Weathered Wayfarer also finds a Field of the Dead, and that's very important. Like, Weathered Wayfarer is not a great card, I agree, but
It is both slow and bad.
The name of the deck is slow and bad. Yes.
I love this name.
So originally I wanted to do like a combo deck, and I think that's just not functional because the specific requirements for Slobad, meaning that you need to have like, okay, so you need to have Slobad, you need to have an untapper and recursion and payoff. It's just I think it's just too much. Like, you can incidentally get it, but I think building the deck around it is just a mistake.
I think
So I had to cut
one cards.
So like I recently cut a bunch of like draw Scorpion and etc.
Okay. Things like turn it into an artifact.
I mean, we're still playing Liquid Metal Torque, but I don't think we're playing. Like, we're not playing like Liquid Metal Coating anymore. Just because like requiring, because also a lot of those lines required that we specifically had a couple of things out to turn Slobad into an artifact to then make it work. It was just we were trying to do too much. You had to have way too much setup for your easiest combos, and it was just not good. I think that the best version of this deck is going to be like a mid-rangey, big red mana, where like cards like Cathodion make a lot of mana, or like Suchi and Suchi Caveguard make an absurd amount of mana. Funny enough, this is also a Coveted Jewel deck, because you go draw 3 cards, make 12 mana. Hooray!
You know, that's pretty good.
Well,
That's
not
pretty
9
good.
mana, 9 mana specifically. Not 12, my apologies.
Yeah,
It's still pretty
But-
good.
Who cares? It's a lot of mana.
Just, woo!
Big ritual, right?
Big ritual.
Mhm.
What are you drawing into? Not much. But you are drawing cards. Like
I
No
will
More Colossus is great.
I'm noticing a sheer lack of the Great Machine here, and I think that is just a tragedy.
Assembling the Great Machine.
Come on, we gotta have the perfect machine.
Nicholas, I believe we had the Archaeomancer's map in there, right?
Yes, we did have an Archaeomancer's map in Mommy.
Are we wanting the Portal to Phyrexia here or in the Elesh Norn deck? Because 9 mana is a bit much for Elesh Norn, but
I mean,
9 mana here is
reasonable.
here is
It's possible in this deck.
Yeah.
I actually think Portal to Phyrexia is a perfectly fine, if not good, card to include in this deck.
It's also a theme.
Is it not
Yeah,
in?
for sure. Here, what? Can I give you? I can't give you rights to edit this, can I?
You can change the authors.
Oh yeah.
If you add Jake as an author, or sorry, if you add Matt as an author, you might be able to.
Okay, what's the username here?
That is an excellent question.
The Grand Red Mage.
That's
Yeah.
to me.
There you go.
Send that to
The
me.
Grand Red Mage.
What's this? You don't remember all of your friends' gamer tags? How dare you?
I don't even remember my own game.
I can only search my followers. I can't. Hey, follow me on Moxfields. I can make you
Give me 1 second. Boom.
Joke's on you. I just raised engagement.
Huge.
Okay.
Mhm.
Search all of my followers. I have sent you a request.
Yeah.
This deck has Mirrorworks. Mirrorworks, so you can go nuts with the portal. Yeah, I really want to play Mirrorworks. So you may be able to tell this just by like the specific cards that I'm playing here. But Ready Scrap Savant was my first commander deck, which is entirely why this has to exist, because I also use Slobad intermittently as my commander, and I actually just get so much nostalgia looking at all these bad artifacts.
All right. So what am I adding?
Portal to Phyrexia.
You know, that would be an excellent thing if I could actually add it.
Big rip. We hit refresh. Jake, you've got a job.
Jake, you have one job.
Yeah, get Portal to Phyrexia in there, and also, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. Etienne? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. But Sojourner's Companion is a card that we can play in here. There is a Mirror Enforcer, right?
Yes.
It's if we
Strictly better?
Yeah, it is strictly better to play the Sojourner's Companion.
Because it's an axolotl, right? And not for any other reason?
Absolutely not. There's not a single other line of text on that card that improves it.
There is a Sojourner's Companion already in this deck, though.
Oh, there is? Okay, never mind then.
Yes.
We got it, baby.
I honestly
Look
am
at
just
that happy
offended that
little
you
boy.
think that I would not have the lovely steel axolotl already in the deck.
Sorry, it wasn't
Etienne-
the first time I
Etienne
looked at the
gets-
deck.
Etienne gets a pass. You do not.
How dare you?
Yeah, right. I am personally offended forever.
Mhm.
I do think it's not going to be a 0-mana artifact. I do think it is going to be a ritual still, though. I think the big thing is that like I'm not going to ever hit like a ton of artifacts on field at a time because I'm going to be sacrificing them. I'm going to be throwing them into the
Get in the oven.
Get in the oven. But I will be doing stuff like any of them that do discount themselves by 1 or 2 do become mana positive in that case. They also filter, which is weird.
Yeah, you turn all your colorless into red mana, right?
I'm also currently playing Flamekin Village just because I want to give like my big stupid plays haste if they don't already. Oh, actually, and
Fair
also Slobad. I can like there will be turns when I can like cast Slobad, use Flamekin Village to give him haste, and still like net mana on like something like a Suchi Cave Guard or. I also have Suchi in this deck right now, and like that card's crazy expensive, but like it goes to the deck, right?
Look, WotC endorses proxies now, so
Yeah. Don't worry
They
about
even
it.
made some.
No. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it.
yeah.
Also, Mightstone and Weakstone here? Question mark? Because
I like it. It's funny.
like I mean, again, draw 2 cards and net 2 mana off of it existing.
All I'm gonna say
Or
is
Killer Thing.
this might actually be my favorite card to have come out recently.
The value is just good enough. It's just solid. It is niche, but it is solid.
I mean, look, this is Mishra's favorite artifact.
Correct. Not Urza's. Mishra's. Just the way he likes it.
So did you add that portal to Phyrexia?
I can't. You have to add it.
Wait,
It will not
even though I put you as an author?
Yep, it will not
Yep.
let me.
Oh, it just gives you credit, but not...
Yep.
Oh, I
Apparently.
I show up. I say.
And you just take the credit?
Yes.
I love that.
Decklist now.
Deleting you. Get off. Let's see. Threaten effects for artifacts and then Sacrum to Slobad. It's just going to be so hard to set up as the issue because it also needs, like... Yeah, but, so what are we thinking? Here's the thing. If we're going more value, what do we need to cut and what do we need to gain? Because, what do we need to pick up? Because, like, a lot of the big red value stuff is not artifacts. So, like, a lot of the stuff that comes to my brain from, like, previous Italy and, like, whatever the sad dad's name is, the 3-mana guy who reanimates a thing but makes it an artifact.
I don't know, man. I think you just play a brown deck, honestly. Sure,
Yeah.
It makes red mana, but I kind of
Also,
like
Blightsteel
artifacts.
Colossus goes in this deck.
Oh yeah,
Why
1000%.
is it not here?
Sure, do that. Kill people with infect.
That guy's...
Jappy. No, I lost mommy. Don't worry.
It's okay. She's still here for
She's
you.
still here for you.
Yeah, that's his name. All that I
Yeah.
can ever remember about that guy is how crushingly tragic his story is.
Felden?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all Felden on the third path, and therefore sadness. Just sadness.
Right.
Need artifact fireball. Interesting thought. Can I introduce you to my friend Walking Ballista?
I mean,
do we play Walking Ballista in this deck?
I think you do.
If you want to. I don't know if it's necessary, honestly, but
Wait, can we make infinite mana in this deck? It's an artifact. deck, what
No,
am I
it's
saying?
so hard. Like,
Not
it's
with that doing
so
the draw
hard to
scorpion
make
stuff.
infinite mana. Like, I have, there is more there's more than just draw scorpion stuff. Like, right now I can do Staff of Domination, Thornbite Staff, Rings of Bright Hearts, Voltaic, and Voltaic Key. Wait, no, that one doesn't work anymore because I got rid of that.
You can make infinite colorless mana with Basalt Monolith plus
And
rings.
Rings, yeah.
it's an option.
I don't know. Like, I tried really hard to make this work as a combo deck, and I just don't see any, like, reasonable below 4-card combos
Yeah.
that make it work. Outside of, like, haha hee hee, Basalt, Rings, and Walking Ballista.
Ah, hee hee, not interesting combos.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, without Infinite, it's just not mana efficient, which is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It not being particularly mana efficient is why I question it as well. Like, you can make a big Walking Ballista, and the benefit is Slobad has that annoying restriction where you can only use it to cast artifacts or pay for their activated abilities, right? So, like, it doesn't work with Mirrorworks, for example, since that's a triggered ability. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that, like, I also want to play, like, Sahili's Directive, Scrap Mastery, and Indomitable Creativity, but I actually don't think those are actually good in this deck because I can't actually play them with Slobad mana.
Honestly, the Scrap Mastery is still good, regardless. The Directive,
Yeah, I don't think directive is good here.
yeah, it's a little more questionable, but at the same time, I don't care. That's just fun.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is fun regardless, and it doesn't really need to be changed. But we can make some edits if we want to.
You can be
Chat.
you can be super mean and throw a Mycosynth Lattice in for this Vandal Blast.
Yeah, but what is Mycosynth Lattice doing for me the rest of the time, you know?
Lets you sacrifice your planeswalkers?
Hooray! I can put Ugin in the oven. Just what I've always wanted. In this house we stand Nicol Bolas. I put Ugin in the oven.
Beyond that,
Oh, man.
I don't know. I like the deck. Chat, you got any opinions on the deck? I think it's pretty fun. And it doesn't really need to change.
Mycosynth Golem is also a very funny card in this deck.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Like just,
Affinity for artifacts is just very good in your deck in general.
and then giving all of your future artifact creature spells affinity for artifacts is just like dump my hand. Hooray!
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do one quick check to see if there's any like affinity things we're missing. But
Sandstone Oracle might be iffy too, but I'm mono red, dude. I gotta draw some cards.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I gotta draw some cards.
Did you put the eggs in here?
The eggs? I don't believe so.
Like Ichor Wellspring and Experimental Synthesizer.
I put Ichor Wellspring in. I didn't put Experimental Synthesizer because it is impulse draw. So like there could be a situation where it hits a huge thing that I would love to have, but can't right now.
It's
Which-
why I
In this deck.
it's the same reason I don't have it in my Mishra list.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like there's too much potential that I would screw myself with it.
There are surprisingly few things in mono red with affinity for artifacts.
Correct.
You know, I need to get a coveted jewel so that way I can slam it in Mishra.
That is a very good card in Mishra, I would imagine.
I don't even
Karn
care
locking-
if it enters tapped. Or no, it doesn't enter tapped. Oh my god.
It doesn't. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why it's like Slobad nets 3 mana off of casting it.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
And
It's
draws
so
3 cards.
insane.
Yeah.
That's why it's also good in Elesh Norn. It's weird. This set is the Invest in Coveted Jewel set. Stonks for Coveted Jewel have never
Coveted
looked so
jewel
good.
stonks.
That's just perfect.
Also, is there some kind of... Because Grinding Station also I have here, but I don't know why anymore.
Kelvin has suggested maybe a Magda in this list.
It's an option. I like it. I like the Magda a lot more when we had like we were trying to turn Slobad into an artifact.
Yeah.
It's like that's just easy win con at that point.
Mhm.
Well,
You still need
because...
a way to untap it, but are we running clock in this deck? Or no?
What does Magda do for us?
It just gives you a treasure that you can actually use on real things.
But it's only
it's
when it
also-
attacks, right?
No.
Yes.
Well, it's when it becomes tapped, but...
Yeah, when it becomes tapped. In this deck, it would be when it attacks, because we're not putting all of the...
So we'd be needing a 2-mana 2/1 to... Yeah, so like the second ability would never really get to happen.
Yeah.
Thinking about this as well, you know, I don't love it, and I don't want to play against it in, like, our release video, but Tangle Wire's not bad in this deck, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You think the deck is fun? Not entirely sure. Slobad is a good commander and it just might work in a better Nutaretti or Osgir deck. See, that's the difference between you and I, is that I'm entirely sure that Slobad is not a good commander. like,
Matt, I'm gonna need you to scroll up real quick.
look at what I named this deck. Look at what I named this.
This deck is both slow and bad.
So the name is Slow and Bad. Like, I am 100% certain. Have I thought about the original Bosch? It was definitely in the first version of this deck list.
Mm-hmm.
It was 150% in the original version of this deck list. But the thing is just that I'm already throwing my artifacts in the bin as is. Bosch requires resources that I just won't have left, I don't think. I don't know.
Do we have Spinavisha on this deck?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought so.
Definitely want a Spinavisha.
Mm-hmm.
Spine is so good because you just, like,
We go.
we do it. And that was originally why I got the Draw Scorpion, because I was like, Draw Scorpion, Spinavish Saw.
Blow every permanent up.
Whee! When the red deck is slow. Yeah. That's how you know you're struggling. It's rough out here.
I like the deck overall.
No, that's the thing, is that I also think it's fun and quirky. I just don't know that it's any good anymore. Actually, I do know that it's not any good currently. Well, it's not that it's not any good. It just requires a lot of things that don't really exist right now. Like, is Sword of the Parents still worth it without a focus on the infinite stuff?
I think that's still worth it.
Yeah,
I mean, it just gives you some cool stuff to do.
Worm
And
coil, how about bigger worm coil? Are you referring to near battle sphere?
probably not. Maybe
Or is there, like,
Phyrexian
more-
Triniform or the other one, Triplicate Titan.
Yeah. I mean, that's right. I was specifically asking for huge artifact creatures, and that is just
Big. Also makes more dudes, but the smaller dudes don't make you mana, which is the unfortunate part of it.
You will be last standing by pity is a strat.
You know, it is.
It is.
It's absolutely a strat, and it works way too well.
Ooh, Triplicate Titan would be kind of good here.
yeah. I just added Phyrexian Triniform and Triplicate Titan.
Hit that refresh button.
I'm
What are we
still
doing now,
credited on
baby?
this deck list, baby. Let's go.
Hell yeah, baby.
You're attached to this whether you like it or not now.
Hell, I'm down. I'm here to receive all of the credit and all of the shame.
Does Sword of the Parents stay in the deck now?
Yeah,
I think it stays.
I think it still does.
Like, I don't think it's bad. It's like, I don't know. Would you say that you would want to remove the Staff of Domination? Because I think both are good.
Yeah.
The 1000 IQ plays.
Let's see.
What we can do is discuss what are the 6 cards you cut from here.
Chromatic Star seems a lot less good now that we're not
Yeah.
Agreed.
like just trying to turbo through the deck
That's fair.
for
Yeah.
a combo. We're
Star
going
seems
for more like
bad.
value plays. Da 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 da.
Do you want to cut one of your big X spells?
Probably cut. Sahila
Probably a
Strat.
Dominal Creativity, right? Well, actually, yeah, that's 100% correct.
Is it?
Well,
Direct,
know,
I think Direct is
improvise.
worse.
Improvise. It's just whether or not we think that Improvise will actually get to matter.
No, I think creativity is way just more consistent than directive.
Yeah, it's always a hit. That's the important thing. And you have this deck is, can we look at that mana curve real quick?
I would really rather you didn't.
Look at that curve,
I need to
baby.
throw up. Oh, there's a 12. Oh, it just gets worse.
Is
we're
that a 12
hardcasting
we're
that
actually going to play? Yes, it says
Yeah, this is the one we're
gonna
actually
play.
going to hardcast.
Yeah.
Woo!
At least both the 11s discount themselves.
Yeah. Ooh, these don't.
Yeah, we hardcasted those
These
ones.
don't.
I think we like hardcasting all 3 of these, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're down to hardcast all of them.
Ooh.
I will say, I don't love Suchi Honor Guard. Or Suchi Cave Guard, actually. Like, that would be one that we could get rid of.
I mean, it nets 8 mana.
Are we a KCI
Oh.
deck?
I don't know. Are we in the field for I play 8 mana spell and then I net 8 more mana?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that gives us a Blightsteel Colossus, and what's a bad 4 mana artifact? Do I not have any? Okay, no, the visual stacks were just pushing it down. Sad Robot. Yeah, oh boy, what a turn.
Oh baby.
Yeah, big number, big win. Jappy gets
Oh, we
it.
get this. We get the Suchi, baby.
Who is this commander? This is the new Slobad. Because he is both
Slobad Iron Goblin.
slow and bad.
Mm-hmm. He just taps, sacrifices an artifact. You get mana equal to its mana value.
Mhm.
That you can only spend to cast. That you only spend on artifacts, whether it's activating their abilities or casting them.
But not their triggered abilities.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We still like
Oh.
Mirrorworks. Just want to be 100% sure.
Do I like Mirrorworks? Yes, that's the wrong question to be asking me.
Okay, then it stays.
I think actually, Smelting Vat probably goes, right?
Smelting Vat's like one of the first. I
Mm,
would
Smelting Vat is a lot
Because
like
it
Slobad.
only,
It's good though.
but like, is it because the thing is that it has to be 2 relatively small artifacts.
Oh, don't. It can be some relatively big ones still. When you're sacrificing your, Mike and Seath Golem or
A Suchi Cave card.
a Suchi Cave Guard, right? Like, it gets relatively large, and going 7 deep is so good.
Well, I mean, you go 8 deep, right?
8. I'm sorry,
you,
8
you
deep.
always go 8 deep. You
Right,
always
it's
go
8
8 deep, and you check for 2 non-creature. Oh, it also only specifically hits non-creature artifacts.
Yeah, you got 32 of those.
Yeah, I think
Fair.
we're fine on that.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot. Not a good chance for top 8.
I think it's a good chance.
That's a pretty
Well,
high chance.
Like, I'm not trying to skew my perspective too much on this. There's a vintage deck that plays these, and it just goes buck wild. It's great, but like you go deep enough, and it's like if you find, say, you get to your Spine of Isha, for example, and you're like, I could sacrifice it to Slobad, or I could go deeper and just get other things into play and keep developing the board. It is quite good. I'm a fan of the.
That's fair.
That.
What about Lithoform Engine? I mean,
Lithoform Engine. Are you wanting to go infinite mana or not?
I would sure like to.
Okay, then leave it in.
Jason, you're being too kind. We have to cut cards.
Okay, then get rid of it. Like, legitimately, the only question I have is: are you wanting to go for infinite mana with your Basalt Monolith? If the answer is no, then get rid of it, because I think the Basalt Monolith is worth playing. If the answer is yes, then leave it, because you're going to play the Basalt Monolith anyway.
Yeah.
Let's also go infinite with Basalt Monolith. I had not put that together.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of other thing.
Lithoform does not work with it.
Oh yeah, Lithoform's meh. You can get rid of that one. I was thinking of what's the
Basalt
5 mana? The 5 mana thing, Forsaken
Rings?
Monument.
Oh.
Yeah, Forsaken Monument.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not in the deck, is it?
Ooh, Sunbird's Invocation in this deck?
That's an interesting thought. Although that one, again, you cannot spend your artifact mana on, and is 6 mana itself. But it's not terrible.
6 mana is not an unreasonable. We actually spend that and then do a thing with Slobad.
Mm-hmm. I don't hate it.
So we got 3 cuts so far. We have 3 more cuts to do.
I don't think we touched the lands.
Nope.
We don't touch the mana.
Does Grinding Station still do anything?
Honestly, Grinding Station kind of mid here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a potential payoff with
For
like
any type of sack
milling
loops.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, screen is small, hard to see. Hold up.
Here, why don't I just also send you the deck list?
Yeah.
You know, that would be smart. Why don't we do that? No. Honestly, do we just get rid of the Sandstone Oracle?
I don't know. Us being in mono red makes me, because see, here's the thing, right? So I both played mono red in 2014 and then stopped playing mono red in 2017. So I don't know what mono red in the year of our Lord 2023 feels like. So I don't know that we like. I'm very hesitant to cut card draw, regardless of if it's the correct move.
I mean, since you're not
Because
like
hesitant,
impulse
not.
drawing- Since you're not impulse drawing a whole bunch, you probably want the card draw in.
Okay, then here's maybe a hot take. What is the Mirror Battlesphere actually doing for you?
It looks round and cute.
It is adorable. It is just a big old ball of cuteness.
It is also 5 bodies.
Mhm.
What about Blood Moon? In many versions of this deck, there will be a Blood Moon, I am sure. Not in this one, I don't think.
So, Nicholas, there is a little bit of a restriction on what we do for our set release videos.
Yeah, spoiler for anybody who's here, a little sneak preview. This is what I'm desperately trying to play.
Yes.
I'm desperately trying to make this deck good enough to play in the set release video.
Hence why Jake isn't playing his Mana Crypt, his Mox Diamond, and hard stats pieces.
My Mox Diamond, right. I certainly have one of those and would be playing it otherwise.
Well, you know what I mean.
Definitely.
Actually, looking at this again, since we do not have a, there is no way to turn Commander into an artifact, right? Aside from the Liquid Metal Torque.
Liquid Metal Torque. I mean,
That's the only
we could
way to
play
do it?
more of them in the list as
Well,
current.
then-
Yes.
So what I'm wondering is actually, is the Clock of Omen doing much for us? Because I know it can do a lot for us, but is it?
So let's see. Let's just count up. So Mightstone, Weakstone, Coveted Jewel.
No, you're,
1,000-Year Elixir.
you're okay, Kelvin. It's.
Oh yeah, Kel.
I think
You're-
this
you're-
is like the first time we've said that publicly, but
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
no worries there for sure. Scarecrow.
we just pull our punches a little bit so that
we're
the
trying
decks
to.
are more likely to be able to do the cool thing.
I was gonna say we're trying to showcase commanders, not really showcase generic cards that everybody's seen a billion times in set releases.
Yeah, this is also why I'm like, hey, play the Smelting Vat because people don't play that enough.
like 5 things that it does for us.
It does potentially, like,
So-
you know, you get the Basalt Monolith, you get the Coveted Jewel, right? Those net mana, and even just like any mana rock, you can potentially turn creatures that are already into play into mana positive effects. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it's super strong.
How does Liquid Metal Torque with Magda and Clock of Omens would be infinite mana?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if we're
Yeah.
only
just don't know
playing
that-
one
I think-
line, I don't think it's worth it.
My other issue is that I think Magda is too weak of a card outside of that context, really, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I
Has to
could
be in
use
that
Energy
specific-
Refractor to filter the Slobad mana into mana I could use for anything, but they only get half the mana. Yeah, that is actually something that I considered at one point for the
Mhm.
deck, because if you're
It's not
making
terrible.
infinite mana, that's pretty good, because then you just go directive, my whole deck, hee hee,
Mhm.
hoo
Ah.
yeah, right, hee hee, hee ha ha. Honestly, Clock of Omens does not help me resolve Combustible Gear Hulk's trigger as many times as possible in this game, so let's cut it.
Yep.
That's the that is the line.
I
How
like
does
it.
this affect my Combustible Gear Hulk?
Yeah.
Not enough? Get it out.
How does this affect my ratio of Combustible Gear Hulks? Which
That's perfection.
is, we got to bring back the Lithoform engine now, because it ups the number of Combustible Gear Hulks.
I think we could still do without it. just personally.
Is 1,000-Year Elixir actually still good?
1,000 year? Yeah, you probably still want it. It is a haste enabler.
Only slow bad is like, as far as like,
Yeah, it also untaps him.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
We can go up the chain potentially. I'm actually really hoping that the rune grinder here does a lot of work for you. Because I really think rune grinder is actually quite good in this deck, but only this deck.
Right?
Like, even in a lot of the other like red sacrifice artifact shells, it's not that good. But specifically here, yeah, this is pretty solid.
So I took out Quicksmith Genius, and I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not.
Ooh, good question. Quicksmith Genius is pretty good.
Because the thing is that my thought process is that this deck will be much more like single high impact artifact tendencies, right? Or like 1 or 2 per turn max. And with a lesser focus on recursion. Which, I mean, Scrap Mastery still, like,
It still helps.
we still have some recursion.
It also gets you
But,
through
like-
land tiles. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I like that significantly more than I like the Sandstone Oracle. If we were just looking for, like, we're
Well, 'cause that's-
content with the card draw currently.
That's
If
not
we are not
mana
content
positive.
with it,
That's not mana positive.
well,
Let's
yeah, but it also
see.
like the Sandstone Oracle still comes down late in the game.
Does
whereas the
Goblin
Quicksmith Genius
Engineer
is-
belong in this deck?
Oh, that's not in the deck.
No, it is in the deck, but it can only actually reanimate things cost 3 or less.
Yeah,
So, like, is a 2 mana Entomb an artifact? And then, because, like, we're going to run into situations where we only have, like, 1 or 2 small artifacts around, right?
oh, it's still good because you know what it gets you.
It doesn't,
metal.
it puts Combustible Gear Hulk into the graveyard. I know that.
It also gets you a Metalwork Colossus.
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
It certainly does do that.
Oh, double
Yeah.
cube is just cracked in this deck.
Doubling cube, yeah.
Is it?
Wait, doubling cube, I believe the
The one that
mana
doubles
keeps
your
it. Yeah, but it keeps the.
No, it doesn't keep that.
Because
Really?
yeah,
Mhm.
that's why
Yeah, it's
Gold
weird.
Lotus is a legacy playable card.
Correct. For that exact reason. It's such a weird interaction.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So the way we'd have to use it is we'd have to, like, pay 3 mana off of Slobad, and then the new mana wouldn't have the restriction on it. Is that
Yes.
what I'm understanding? Okay.
Yes. So that is a way to filter your mana.
If
you wanna
nothing
try that?
else, it also lets us because filtering, right? I feel like if we rely on having filtered mana for a lot of stuff, we're gonna be sad. But if instead we just look at it as, hey, what if more on our big mana deck,
I
then
was gonna
that
say
might
it's just doubling.
be reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, at the very minimum, that's a card that doesn't see much play anymore, and that's cool to check
A
out.
classic, yeah.
You can also get it off of your Moonsilver
Knowledge
key.
Share.
Yep.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
we can. That's a mana ability.
Mhm.
I was about to ask if Moonsilver Key still belongs, but yes.
Oh, absolutely. Moonsilver Key.
Moonsilver Key is just probably one of the best cards in this deck.
Yeah, it is secretly one of the best cards here.
Is Fire Diamond
Fire
bad
Diamond's
enough?
fine.
Yeah,
It's
That we get
fine.
rid of
Diamond's
it.
okay.
It is not my favorite card, but it is fine. I do
We
prefer
probably
my
keep
untapped.
like Swiftfoot Boots and Lightning Greaves, right?
At the minimum, Lightning Greaves, Boots, probably fine.
Just because we tend to play like large, single impactful creatures, and then just being like, all right, well, hey, exile your big thing is like, oh.
Yeah.
I'd rather you didn't do that.
We do just want them to get in there.
Let's see. I'm trying to look for cards to cut at this point.
Let's see.
It needs 2 more card cuts.
3, right?
I see 102 when I refreshed.
Okay, so that.
That number counts.
Okay, yeah. Okay, because the bulk edit number does not count the commander, which got me
Interesting.
a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Because in that list, your commander is not in it. Like in that bulk edit section.
Oh yeah, because it's its own separate entity for box.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, Sam, sure. I do believe we are going to be playing the Doubling Cube. That's a pretty sweet card here. My god, I have more than one above a drop. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. I still keep
hands
looking at
with
this.
The hands in this deck are gonna be so whack.
Yes.
The
I'm
cave
still
guard
looking
is
at the cave card.
so bad.
But it's got Ward, man.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
like
know that's
next.
better.
God, what else?
Do we cut the Suchi Cave Guard? I feel like
I
it's
would
so
like
on.
to.
I think we do.
Like,
Fine.
I'm
What
also
about Pia's
very
Revolution? Pia's Revolution was in this deck for a long time. I don't
Isn't
know
it
that we
currently?
get. I don't know if it still is. I don't believe it still is.
No, you don't have any enchantments in this deck currently.
Yeah. My
Do we,
thing is
do we
that
fight against the Sunbird's Invocation then?
it's not that we decided against it. We just haven't. We never like went all the way on whether we wanted to do it. Do we want to go for it?
I don't think so.
I don't hate it.
I don't
but...
hate it, but
I mean,
don't-
we're gonna need card advantage, right? And that is
Sure.
that is
Go for it
advantage.
then.
Yeah,
It's
go
fun.
For it.
It's fun.
We'll take out Suchi Cave Guard and put in
Thank God.
Sunbird's Invocation.
We did it.
We still have 2 more
We did it,
cuts.
baby.
We did it.
So to go back about like Pia's Revolution, right? I don't think that we're going to be using that enough times. Like we're not going to be getting enough triggers off of that to do more than just like kinda lightly injure one person. Like the kind of decks that would really benefit off of like a PS Revolution would be the kind of deck that would like sacrifice 7 or 8 artifacts per turn, and really make people start to like question the decision. I don't know.
Wait, Jake, where's your Reckless Fireweaver in this artifact deck?
I'm actually conditioned into not playing pingers because it makes people overfocus you unless you're killing them with them.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Because like I don't think that the 1 damage because like for the same reason why PS Revolution isn't in this deck, you're not really going to be getting that many triggers off of it. Because our goal is to make a big boy rather than a billion boys.
Hey, I have an option for us here.
Okay.
Kelvin just recommended Skitterbeam Battalion, which I think might be an improvement from either Triplicate Titan or Phyrexian Triniform.
I think over Triniform.
Yeah, the main reason for it is the copies will maintain the mana values, so you can sacrifice the copies, and you can cast this thing for 5 mana.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. So, do we get rid of 3-ball, or do we get rid of
3-ball?
Titan? Yeah, other 3-ball.
Say what?
There's 2 of them now!
I think we get rid of Phyrexian Triniform.
Triniform out? I think that's agreeable.
Because Triplicate Titan has keywords on it at least.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, you can get a big flyer versus a non-invasive thing.
I mean, one of them is just strictly better than the other, right?
Yeah.
Like, and Encore does not matter.
No.
Encore kind of matters in a weird way.
But also, you're probably never activating Encore.
I mean, I can pay for it with Slobad, man.
I was gonna say, you...
Actually, wait a minute. No, it says artifacts, not artifact cards, right? Only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts, not artifact cards. It is not an artifact when it's not on the field. Right?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's still an artifact in your graveyard.
Okay.
You're able to activate
it's
this.
Not
here.
it's not.
Slobad does work with unearth effects. You're good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was it called? Skitterbeam, right?
Yeah, Skitterbeam Battalion. That seems worth it.
The other thing here, Nicholas, is that like people probably just watched me net mana off of casting whatever thing is going to my graveyard, so they're going to go, no! I'll take the 3. I do not care. If we manage to get to the 9 mana one, that's 45 mana worth for Slobad. Oh, we're talking about like the Skitterbeam? Yeah, that seems cracked. I am a little bit behind on my Magic cards, so...
I think... The City Razor. Oh, are you talking about Cityscape Leveler? Cityscape Leveler is pretty cool.
Fires of Invention seems rough just because it only...
It's the restricting to 2 spells is the issue.
Yeah, 2 spells is really rough.
You might be able to get away with it, but also like we don't care about not paying mana for our spells because the whole point of this deck is to pay mana anyway. So I don't know. I think we're pretty good without Fires of Invention.
Yeah.
Plus, we already need to cut 2 cards. Like
Cityscape Leveler.
I do like me a Cityscape Leveler, but I don't know if we actually want it.
Yeah, I don't think we need it here.
It's big interaction, and I like it, but
Just Meteor Golem, we tried to make it not suck and made that a mythic?
Yeah, pretty much.
It is quite good, honestly.
It is very good.
Mm-hmm. But, you know. It does demand an answer. It gets focused. Let's see. We need, what? 1 more cut?
2.
2 more cut?
We keep adding cards to the deck as well.
2 more cards.
Right. That is a problem.
We have enough finishers. I agree. It's just whether or not Cityscape Leveler is better than any of the current high mana value cards that we have going.
Yeah. I still don't think you need your Sandstone Oracle, but that's just me. I'm cool with the Suchi though. Suchi's like just good enough.
I like the Suchi here.
I mean, you can cast it and net mana, or net 4 mana, or you can like cast it and next turn have 8 mana off of only it. Just kind of crazy. Sword of the Parents is meh. Yeah, I'm currently still feeling like Sword of the Parents is not good enough anymore.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, we took it out now. You taking it out?
No.
No, it's still here.
No, Sword of the Parents just costs 4, not 3.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just because, like, my thing is, right, the thing that it does is it untaps Slobad for 3 mana.
Yeah.
Like, when am I ever doing that and really happy?
I don't know. It's whenever you're looping through stuff, it's very, very good. But if you're not looping through stuff, it's not so good. Untapping in general becomes less good.
I think the whole thing at this point is, like, we'll probably have 1 or 2 loop conditions, and if we happen to hit those, hooray! But, like, focus the deck more around big, mid-rangey, early, aggressive plays.
What is a Ghost Arc?
Like the 40k card.
Interesting.
Spice up that quick surge foil.
It's only... Nice. It only works when it's crude, though. Yeah, it's not terrible, but I don't really... I would prefer not to be unearthed. I would prefer to not unearth in this deck, if we can help it.
Yeah.
Because, like, we don't have a way of, like, saving our artifacts from their own unearth effects.
We do have some better ways to untap. I agree.
Okay, then cut the sword.
Cut the sword.
That also makes us almost done instead of not done.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know?
No, I'm probably preaching this to the wrong 2 people.
Okay.
But I will also say that I'm not a huge fan of Tibble's Trickery, and I think it's a very reasonable cut.
You are preaching to the
You
wrong,
are
well, at least
preaching
one
to
person.
the exact
Yes.
wrong people
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Tibble's Trickery, Wild Magic Surge, and Chaos Warp.
They're fun.
I would have a
keeping
very
them.
hard time cutting those.
Oh, I still think Chaos Warp and Wild Magic Surge are fine. It's just Tibble's Trickery that I'm not a huge fan of.
Slobad, not so bad. Haha, sorry. I don't know. It could be both.
It can be both.
It can definitely be both.
¿Por qué no los dos? I do feel better about this deck now.
Well, here's
Now
another
that
question
now
for
that
you.
it's illegal.
So if the what is it called?
Who is
If
Voltaic
the-
a cut now?
No, well,
Oh, yeah, it might actually.
Keys may be a cut. Do you have Saga here? Oh, you have Saga, so it's fine. The question I now have is Stormbite Staff not worth it?
What do these cards do to showcase Slobad? I don't think Voltaic Key does anything to showcase Slobad, but the thing I want to do with Slobad is try and find ways that we can accelerate to very big early plays, and I think that's the thing that Slobad is going to give us uniquely, is that, like, I think a Doretti deck would have a much harder time, like, powering out a turn 4 Blightsteel Colossus than a Slobad deck. Now, will the Doretti deck be better at literally everything else? Yes.
Absolutely.
Like, but I think specifically, like, Spinovish saw value in excess, like weird ways that we can make rituals out of a lot of like less commonly played creatures. Hopefully, just like getting to resolve a Metalwork Colossus for the first time in like 4 years, 3-4 years, however long it's been, which just makes me feel good. Proving to yet another group of people that Ugin is totally affable depending on who you ask, as opposed to what his card name would imply. That's very important. What about Planar Bridge? Oh, can we make Planar Bridge mana?
We can make Planar Bridge
We can
mana.
make
It'll take
it.
2 turns,
Yep.
but
My question
do
is,
it.
like, do we have any plays that are impactful enough that we want to spend 14 mana to get it onto our field? You know?
I don't think.
Great question.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Oh yeah, Thran Spider is a card that's like okay in the deck. Huh. I don't know if we actually play it, but
It's okay.
Not the
in
worst.
deck.
but real talk, Thornbite Staff. If we're getting rid of our untappers, Is this one actually?
Well, we're getting rid of the worst untappers.
Yeah, is this one that good?
The fact that it requires no further resources to untap, like Sword of the Parents would also require that we pay 3 of our mana with Slobad, whereas like Thornbite Staff, we activated it on a creature. Slobad is now untapped.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty good.
It gets you some big jumps in mana, but like, doesn't the doubling cube also do that?
Sure, that's like another, but like.
I mean, it's not bad. I'm just wondering
For
if
sure.
this is.
I mean, we
if
are at
this is where we
100
wanna
cards
be.
currently.
Are we at 100?
Yeah.
I thought we were at 101.
We are currently at 100 cards.
Oh. Well, never mind then.
Maybe if I hit refresh.
Because Cage Sun isn't good enough. I mean,
cut the
Cage
Voltaiki?
Sun.
Oh, we cut the Voltaiki.
Yeah,
Okay.
we cut the Voltaiki.
I see.
I don't think Cage Sun is right for this deck, right?
It's like
Just because like 6 mana
Fine.
to then begin to ramp when like even powered out earlier.
Mhm.
Because the issue with Cage Sun is if you get it in really early, it's not even that impactful, right?
Mhm.
Because the
Also,
whole
you
thing
know-
is that it wants to double your mana late game.
yeah, for what it's worth as well. Like in this type of situation, you would just play the Gauntlet of Power or Gauntlet of Might, as opposed to playing the.
While you were fantasizing, imagining Slobad as a red Tezzeret with a bridge. I mean, the thing is, right, in a version of this deck that is like a combo deck, I feel like a version of the deck that has like high value cards that it's willing to spend 14 mana, because you can make 14 mana in this deck. It's just that I don't have any payoffs that really feel spend 14, get this, we're stonking, to me, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're at 100 cards. It's pretty good. And I'm pretty good for the day, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I think we've done it.
I agree. I think we've made some good progress here, and that if anybody has any questions before we hop off, we'd be happy to answer.
Mhm.
All right. I've put us
Also-
on the ending slate here.
Okay, good. I am not good, or I do not know all of our words that we like to say when we get done with things.
All right.
I can say things.
So
Please do.
Well, let's give it just. You know what? Sure, I'll give the spiel while we wait for comments and questions if there are any of them. But thank you all very much for coming out tonight. We've had a lot of fun building these decks, showing off our wonderful artistic talents, and creating a new Discord emote. Thank you, Jake.
You're welcome. Smallish Norn is.
turn.
I'm sure most of the people in the chat at the moment know us. Yeah, you want to watch gameplay videos? We got those coming up on Saturdays. Thank you for coming out to this stream on Sunday. Every other Wednesday, we have our podcast uploaded on our second channel, Wrinkly EDH. We have our Discord. Please join it. We love to hang out and talk with people. Half the people in this chat right now are regulars with us, and you can just hang out with us and chat with us about other crazy nonsense that's going on. Invoke Calamity good with little spells? Yeah, it can be.
Opinions on the new Commander precons? We would need to see more than just the Commander to have an opinion on them, really.
I like that Abzan is finally not doing just counters.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. It's doing counters, just poison counters.
That's basically different. Different.
Yeah,
enough
we can
for
talk
sure.
about it.
Sure.
Yeah, we can talk about stuff like that on the podcast a little bit. And beyond that, hey, we got links. You want to support us financially? We got a Patreon. We just revamped that a little bit. We're changing up the tiers and giving you guys more rewards overall. And we also have a Redbubble store, so you guys have merch. If you want to purchase that, we get a kickback for it. So feel free to do that. Speaking of getting kickbacks, we've got our link for Inked Gaming and for our wonderful sponsor, Dragon Shield. And last thing is, hi, I'm on social media. You should follow that and talk with me. At me for stupid things. It's great.
At SmoothBrainEDH on pretty much everything, right?
Yep. And that is about everything I've got right now. So thank you all once again for coming out.
That was great.
I will have that emote up shortly. All right,
That's
I think
so
we're going to
good.
stop it.
All right.
Hit the button,
Have
Matt.
a wonderful night. Hit the button.
I have ended